All right, Saturday night stream. No one here yet. Cool. I'm shooting a video. Anyone watches this back later? So I'll just finish this off. And this one. And this one. And that needs to go up a bit. Needs to go a bit wider. Now, what's the angle like there? Oh, no, it's got to be down a bit. A bit further back. All right. Get my audio recorder. It's just starting to rain. Something serious. Okay, this should be good. The Bramble is a really tasty drink. It's essentially a gin sour with a fruity twist. It goes like this. Into a shaker, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of gin, 1 ounce or 30 mils of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sugar syrup. Then we want to shake that on ice for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then strain that into a glass filled with crushed ice. And then as a finishing touch, we drizzle about 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of creme de menthe or blackberry liqueur over the top. If I had blackberries, I'd garnish it with that, but I'll go with a maraschino cherry. And there is your Bramble. It's a great mix of the dryness of the gin, tartness from the lemon juice, and just a little bit of sweetness from the liqueur. All in all, a really nice drink. Cheers. It is actually pretty good. Okay, I shall switch that off. I know Windows wants to restart. Please don't restart Windows. Please don't restart. Right, Sitting Dune. Right, it's gone away. Worried that Windows was going to force a restart on me. My little thing. All right, now, because it's crushed ice, I mean, it's really nicely frosted up my glass. I don't have any short straws. That will look very funny with a big straw. I'll maybe just soldier on and deal with drinking through crushed ice because I'm a professional. Oh. And then I got to decide what to do next because I'm going to do at least one more tonight. Also, I'm going to taste this. I made this. I milk clarified. You look how clear it is. Except it's like a urine sample from someone who needs to hydrate more. But considering that was basically opaque black before I clarified it, it's a pretty dramatic result. That's the last of my barrel-aged Sazerac that for a hoot, I decided to clarify. just because I can. It's the sort of thing I can do. Now, all the regulars, I told them I wouldn't be here tonight. So maybe no one's going to show up on the stream. Who knows? Maybe I'll just amuse myself by playing Red Dead while I wait to see if anyone's going to join the stream. Maybe. What is this thing? So I'm just. Oh, right. Okay. Elvis impersonator. There's like an image on my desktop. And I was going, what the fuck is that? I have no idea what that is. It was an Elvis impersonator. All right. Nice little bramble to start things off. That is actually really tasty. Probably because I didn't put as much lemon juice as they recommended. I used to like really sour drinks, but not so much these days. So I always use less lemon than the recommended amount. Oh gosh. Wants me to re-sign in. Oh, there's my password. It was that. I have little mnemonics for passwords so I can use complex passwords. It's like, okay, that's my Rockstar. Yes, Nettie, I'm getting the whole Bohemian Rhapsody as well. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. So honestly, there's a non-zero chance there'll be either a power or internet outage while I'm trying to do this stream. So here we go. Hi, Kayla. All right. I was loading Red Dead, but if we're going to chat, maybe I won't. So just drinking my bramble, which is very tasty. I got a new rum, a spiced Christmas rum. It's supposed to have all the flavors of Christmas. Actually, I had it last Christmas, and it's fucking awesome. It's a seasonal brandy. Did I say rum? It's brandy. Done by the Bass and Flinders distillery. It's super yummy. I just feel like doing a brandy comparison taste test because I have a few brandies there. And I don't think I'm an expert on anything really, but I'm certainly not a brandy expert. I do a bit better with gins and whiskies and even rums. Ooh, someone's shooting at me. It was my game loading. Good Lord. Actually, I would like to play Red Dead a little because it was at a funny bit. There was a funny little side mission. I think it might be entertaining to do it. So if I fire it up, just a little diversion, like it's not a great big plot advancing thing. It's just a funny side mission with the weird inbred people from Butcher's Creek, where they think they're possessed by demons. It's a little bit of. I'm gonna put this on the screen. All right. I'll do this song in the corner. I few things around to make it a little slide for me to do. Let's microphone over here. Right. Now, so the first thing we have to do, two flats. Where's Butcher Creek? Okay, we want to go back here to Butcher Creek. Actually, what we want to do, I want to make sure it's going to happen. I think this one only happens at night. So we need to camp and sleep till night. Young John Marsden be a bit of a a day sleeper. We want to sleep until night. And I'll have a drink while we wait for that to happen. All right. Okay, it's night time. Yes, Butcher's Creek is a go. Okay, I thought that was it. You had to do it at night. Let's tear down the camp, and we'll go visit Butcher's Creek and see what weirdness. Oops. I'll just make my life a bit easier. We'll say that's where we're going. Go see Obadiah. Okay. Let's get on our horse and hi-ho silver it out of here. There you are. Come on. All right. So hopefully not run into, oops, missed the road. In the dark. There we are. This area, it's always a risk to run into randos, the friggin' Murphy brood. We're a bunch of violent inbreds. Ooh, what's that, a wagon? Ooh, what's that? Ah, it is the Murphy brood. What's this? Wait, who's shooting at me now? Oh, I thought that was the captive. It's another bad guy. Bad lady, calm down. Oh, there she is. Okay, lady, we're good? Wait. Are you just running off into the night? You absolute weirdo. Oh, the NPC is trapped. Check it out. The NPC can't run past the wagon. That actually was pretty funny. Fine. Okay. That was a very small diversion. What are you guys doing? Got a volcanic pistol. Ah, it is Murphy brood. Oh well. More of them might show up when I'm looting their mate's body. You know, just for fun. Oh god. Did I use up all my nighttime doing that? No. Come on, get on the horse. Did our one bit of do-goodery, kills a couple guys who needed killing. Let's see if I can get to this little side mission before it's too late. Had a diversion there. Here we are, Butcher's Creek. Butcher Creek, not Butcher's Creek. All right, what's happening in Butcher Creek? You fine folk got to tell me. The guy is over here. Where are we, folks? We in the house. What are we doing, folks? Be gone. The demons. The demons. It's like the hillbillies, sure they're possessed by demons. But what's the drama? Save some pigs? We've got shotgun. Where is it? Oh, great. My controls have stopped working. God, I hate the way that laptop does that. Just occasionally absolutely stops. Pick my hat up. Barking. Investigate it. Jump the fence, John. Jump the fence, John. That is spectacular, John. What do you fucking call that, buddy? I need to drink a health potion. Someone's been attacked in an outhouse. God damn it. These. Where is he? No, he should be sleeping. Got to protect the villagers. Okay. The dogs, you know, guys. Damn it. The dog here. Man, the controls on this laptop. Oh, dodgy. Dog's gone crazy. Many forms. How's things in Vegas anyway, Nintendo Lunchbox? Well, they're a little bit suspicious. Superstitious. This dude.
I shall see. There'll be no more four-legged.
No, because I shot them all.
Shall change the curse. What curse is poor people? I will see. That just saved them. There was no curse, just sick dogs. Dark charm.
You told me. Dark charms. Oh, nice. Stone Temple Pilots in town. Earn myself another drink. Woods are full of demons. Yes, you've been lying the whole time. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour.
The woods are full of demons. The demons protect the charms. The charms protect the demons.
Ooh, that's circular logic.
There ain't no demons. Don't you step.
Hmm. Man, that's good. Hmm. You're all a bunch of weirdos. All right. So now I've got to destroy the curse because they all think it's a curse. Sure. Why not? Right. How do I find the curse? Oh, that looks like a curse. Showing up on my map. A random Murphy brood, hopefully. Like those boys. What's my map? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Am I? Oh, no, I'm going the right way. It says to go over there. Okay. Follow the river, maybe? Where are the curses? There are things in the night. What's over here? Ah, just some wild mint. But I like wild mint. That's good. I'm just going to get some herbs while I'm out and about looking for curses. Wait, what's that over there? This is more herbs. This is not actually curses. But wild mint's good. Can cook food that gives me extra powers. I'm just going to... It's now the gardening show. It was the Wild Crazy Cowboy show. Now it's a gardening show. Now, I think the curses are somewhere around here. Yeah. Ah, I think I found one. What's on the map, damn it? All right, I'm just on the edge. Okay, just got to keep going. All right, I'm in the right area. Can I detect them with my magic sight? Huh. Ah, that looks like something. My magic sight is detected. Yep, there's one. Yes, 13. There are okay, honestly. That's going to take a little while. Oh, other side of the river. There we go. Wait, how deep is that? John can't swim. He can wade. Lucky. Right, there's one. Oh, there's one. And 3 more wild mint too. There it is. It's 4 of them. Beaver Dam. Another one. Oh, there's another one. All right, where's the next one? I'm running around in the rain, shooting curses. 2 more. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. Another one over here. Somewhere. Wait, it was just here somewhere. There. It's half of them. Can I see another one? There's another one. All right. Good Lord, where's the next one? Oh, great. I can't see any. Right, where am I on the map? All right, I'm right in the middle of it, so. Don't see any. Great. I was just going to run around and not find these fucking things. And this is not as much fun as I was hoping it would be. Oops, I think I'm off reservation. Where are we? I'm in the wrong direction there, I think. Back to this bridge, maybe. Maybe they're on the other side of the bridge. What the fuck is that? Seriously, a beaver's going to attack me? All right, come on, you can do it, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Don't die. Don't die. Jesus, that was close. Get out of the water, you fucking idiot. Do some cocaine. It's a bit dinging. I'm near a... There, back there. Okay. Are there any others around here? They're over there. Okay. Well, fuck it. I'll get this one that's over. I'll get these two. Hey, Lee. Liam, good. How you doing? Just doing a weird side quest in Red Dead. Taking longer than I expected it to, but I'm invested now.
Where are they? No, fuck it, they were here. They were fucking here. Where were they? There they are. Yeah. Side of the tree, there it is. Okay, 10. Let's just check there's none around where I am because I don't want to go away from them. Other side of the river. Okay. Okay, so we don't want to try and go across the river again because John can't swim and he'll die. Go back here to where the bridge is. Or maybe even the beaver dam. Beaver dam to get across? Oh, up there. Let's use the beaver dam. I hope this doesn't backfire and I hope John doesn't drown. Oops, that was fucking close. Get out of the fucking water, John. You stupid can't swim motherfucker. Right. Something that boosts our core. Jesus. Mayor making Kennedy jokes, Lee. All right, I'm just going to pick some wild mint while I'm about. All right, I'm getting sorely tempted to not finish this because it's getting annoying. Just doing some gardening. Where are the fucking charms gone? Seriously, I fucking saw them before. Where are they now? Gosh, darn it. Where are the cursed charms? I freaking saw them before. And it's annoying me now. Fuck off, beaver. You threatening me? Friggin' beaver. Okay. Oh, there they are. Wait, how did it end up on the other side of the fucking river again? God damn it. I wonder if I can get in that boat without drowning. Let's see. I'm in the boat. Why aren't you paddling, John? All right, John. Well, hopefully you can wade and you don't fucking drown. Oh, you're going to drown. You useless fuck. You absolutely useless fuck. You useless fuck. Come on. Jesus, he just made it. All right, now, where were the goddamn charms? They were around here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Oh, really close somewhere. where the fuck is it? All right, I am absolutely. You know what? Fuck this. It's just annoying me now. So I'm going to stop. And my fan's going overdrive because of that game. Yeah. Lee, it's not wise to get invested in anything that's going on in Twitter at the moment. I mean, I suggest making fun of Elon Musk because he's fucking things up so much and he's being such a goddamn loser. But I definitely recommend not getting invested because that's just gonna make you sad, really, because it's a sad state of affairs right now, the old Twitters. I prefer to focus on, I have a really yummy drink. It's a much more wholesome thing to be thinking of. Yeah, you know what? I'm literally just going to quit that. I don't care. It will certainly be funny because, as I understand it, Elon Musk has leveraged Tesla stock against the debt he's acquired with his Twitter buyout, which mean he may be forced to sell Tesla stock, which would depreciate the value of Tesla stock, which will make everyone else involved in Tesla and funding it want to lynch him. So, ha ha, bloody ha, quite honestly. Because, yes, I mean, Musk fanboys generally are stupid as hell and not worth wasting time on. But one thing I feel like a lot of, and in fact, a lot of Musk detractors, I also think, don't necessarily realize that his wealth, the wealthiest man in the world, an absolute minimum of 75% of his ascribed wealth is notional. It's about the stock price in various companies he's involved with. And his behavior is perfectly capable of absolutely tanking those stocks and driving the value way down. Like the worst case scenario for him, not really the most likely, but the worst case scenario for him, and there's a non-zero chance of this coming to pass. So his worst case is not just, he's so far underwater with Twitter, he's forced to sell it to the Saudis for a tenth of what he paid for it, but also Tesla goes under because he destabilizes it too much. I would fucking laugh. Nintendo Lunchbox. Unfortunately, if you own Tesla shares, you'll be getting knocked about at the moment. Possibly, it could crash completely. But hey, Tesla knows all about crashes. Ha ha! That's a joke about the fact their self-driving doesn't work. Yes. So, yeah, Trump's worst case scenario is pretty bad. Trump's worst case scenario is criminal prosecution succeeding. I don't think he'd ever go to jail. Maybe, I don't know. But I really meant to say Musk's worst case scenario. His worst case scenario is pretty bad. Tesla buy a Porsche Taycan instead of a Tesla. I can't really bring myself to spend a lot of money on a car. I think even like if I won lotto, psychologically I'm not prepared to spend a fortune on a car. So just give me a little turbocharged hatchback. And I'll be fine. But I don't know, never to say. Well, I can say whatever I like about winning lotto because I'm not going to win lotto. I can say whatever ridiculous thing about, giving it all to charity or something. That's not a bad thing. Why did I say that's a bad thing? I think Musk's worst case is his carcass on Mars. That's the thing. That whole Mars and stuff, it's probably not happening at all for quite a while, but all sorts of space travel, space stations, moon bases, trying to go to Mars, that's just going to be shit as for minimum decades, like well beyond Musk's death. There's no way Musk is going to Mars. It's just not. Like conceivably someone might under his banner. He won't go because it would be an absolute shit existence. And hey, Greg, how you doing? I got to decide to make another video, I think. Let me see. What am I doing? For my video ideas. Okay, so I actually shot the bramble. So that goes from to do to doing. Might keep it simple and do a whiskey sour. I just feel like having a whiskey sour. Guys, I'm just going to reuse this glass, in fact. I might do it now. Make myself a whiskey sour. Why the heck not? Hey, honey, how you doing? It's an interest. I'm not sure what that's in relation to, Nintendo Lunchbox. Humans can't survive cancer while traveling. All right, I'm going to set some things up and then shoot a quick video. Okay, lemon juice. Put this back. Oop, that's not that. That's that. Come on, get your act together, Sonny Jim. It's not that. Is it that? It's that. Okay. Oops, and that's that. Sorry, I'm rambling off camera. My apologies. Some gin out from what I made before. I'm just going to put that back. And get the whiskey out. What the fuck? I use Cape Byron single malt Chardonnay cask. So, Heine, Town Square section of Twitter. Huh. Interesting. Oh, no, that's those talky things? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, so we take that out. What? Okay, I'm going to be on the other side of my laptop. So I might turn it around so you can see me. Although, momentarily, I'll be back on this side because I'm getting this. Wow. Okay. Put the camera there. I bring the lights around. What the heck's that about?
One's for the Canadians. Yeah, Heine, it's I think the thing you're talking about, it's kind of modeled on a radio show. Multiple people can be the presenters, or someone can set it up so only one person is the presenter. I've forgotten what it's called. I've listened to a couple of them. I'm not that into it, though. God, what are you doing, man? Do you think I've got food? I don't have food. Right. Got my measuring. All right. Now I am on the other side. So I'm going to turn the camera around just so you can see what I'm doing. You can see the messy side of the kitchen. All right. Turn the light on. Do. I just thought of something. Okay. Whiskey, sugar, lemon. Wonderphone. That's what I want. And that is actually probably here. It is. It's here. Okay. Okay, let's line this camera up. Do. Doing rice feed. I'll just do that. Got it already. Okay, get some whiskey ready. There's one I thought I saw my jigger a second ago. Where'd it go? Whiskey. Whiskey makes me thirsty. Okay, let's go whiskey. Shazam, y'all. Okay. Whiskey in the glass. And lemon juice in the glass. And yeah, make some more syrup tomorrow. Sugar syrup in the glass. And Wonderphone in the glass. Come on, goddammit. So I just had a thought. Okay. Right. I had a thought and I'm gonna follow through on it. Right, put that there. I'll do. Actually, I think we'll do wet shake then dry shake. It's not a reference to your dog in the rain. Just a little bit of ice in there. And then we shake and shake and shake. Give myself a workout. Right. And now strain that in there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a bit of ice for my glass. Because that's the way, I like it. God damn it. Put that there. Dump that out. And shake it like you need it. so I feel that little bit of ice melt. That's probably enough. Oops, I forgot the Angostura bitters. Need to shake it for a little bit more. Bitters. Right. Well, that's recording. Isn't that recording the whole time? I don't know. Anyway, it's recording. So, ooh, love whiskey sour. Put a couple of drops of anger one time. And that's that. All right. So, that's done. So now, we'll move back to our regularly scheduled program, which is on this side. That there. Okay, ooh, tripping over cables here. How's that for an angle? It needs to be down a bit more. How's that? That's the angle. That's the angle. Okay. Get my sour. Hello, Dr. Abigail. I know. What am I doing here? Circumstances changed. All right. My audio recorder. I'm just going to this like minute or two, and then I'll sit down and chat. I won't make any other cocktail videos. An audio recorder, off you go. Come on. All right. When I'm after a classic cocktail, one of my go-tos is a whiskey sour. Easy to make and tastes great. Make it like this. In a shaker, put in 2 ounces of the whiskey of your choice, then 3/4 to an ounce of lemon juice, depending on your taste, then 1/2 ounce of some sugar syrup. Then we want something to foam it up. You can use egg white, aqua fiber. I'm using a few drops of some okay. Fuck that up. As an option, we want something to make it foam up. You can use egg white, aqua fiber. I'm using a few drops of a product called Wonder Foam, and we finish that off with a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. Now, we want to do a dry shake and then a wet shake. So that's shaking it without ice to get that foam happening, and then adding ice to the shaker, shaking it again, and getting it nice and chilled. Then we put that into a rocks glass. I like to have a nice big chunk of ice in there. Put a few drops of Angostura bitters. Put a few drops of Angostura bitters on the foam. Get that nice aroma happening, and there's your whiskey sour. Cheers. Oh goddamn! I love whiskey sour. Yum. Okay, switching everything off. Tasty, tasty. All right, off, and I'll even turn these lights off. All right. Getting it all happening. All right, moving some stuff around. Okay.
We're here. Let's do it. Okay. So yes, Dr. Abigail, because my world turned upside down. I don't normally go out on Friday nights, and I did. So that took place of going out on Saturday night. For a treat tonight, a bit earlier, Mrs. Angry and I went and had fish and chips. It was a quite nice local takeaway, and took it to the park and had fish and chips in the park because it was before the rain. It rained earlier, then it was nice and clear and sunny for hours. Now it's raining again. We hit that sweet spot. Probably not full scale party night. I mean, there's no reason for me to not go past 10. Particularly if we got a vibe happening. Probably not full scale chaotic party night though, but fuck, who knows? We're first hour, and I'm a couple of drinks in. Ooh, it's a slightly smoky whiskey, that one. Hey, Cyrano, hello, and good morning to you. What part of the world are you enjoying morning in? Enjoying a rainy night here. I think I might even open the sliding door behind me, have a screen over to get some fresh air. The rain would be a little bit noisy in that case, but I don't know. That might be some fun ambiance. Raining a little bit heavier now. So I'm just going to look at the radar, the rain radar. Talking about the weather. Still 16 out there. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, okay. Hella rain. So much rain. Zooming out a bit. See Tassie down there? Is there? Lots of rain. So a bit of rain tonight. So Cyrano, in Indiana, USA, 3:55 a.m. Going to work. You're an early shift worker. I hope you have a good day at work. Give you a cheers to send you on your way. Not recommending you have a whiskey sour before work. Not recommending it either. Tasty. You know what? I'm going to put a bit of orange in my drink too. Oops. Okay. These peels aren't really working on the thing. I think I'll get a new orange tomorrow. Then I'll just juice this blood orange. Make something yummy with it. So let peel go in and get a bit of flavor. This Angry can put it in hot chocolate in the morning. Ooh, you'd prefer a beer. This is a good whiskey sour. It's actually quite good. Made with Cape Byron single malt whiskey, Chardonnay cask. This was aged in a ex-Chardonnay cask. It's their first ever whiskey from this distillery. Couldn't resist, had to get it. They released 1,550 bottles. I have bottle number 1,088. 1088 out of 1,550. I don't know. Some people might even be saving these as a collector one. I don't do that. I buy, look, there's a one-off release from that distillery. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to drink it. And I'm going to drink it in cocktails, which makes some sort of whiskey wankers very upset because they don't think you should do that. You should just drink your whiskey and eat. And that's fine. If that's your thing, do that. Tain't my thing. I'm going to be putting my whiskeys in cocktails. I don't care who it upsets. Hey, Anug, how's it going? Oh, nice. Lee, chairman of the Sun's Childcare. Well, that's good to get involved, actually. Good to be involved with that sort of thing. Oof, I suppose I'm due for a non-alcoholic drink after this one. And that's okay. I will do that. I want to pace myself. It's only the first hour, and I don't have to go to bed early, so should maybe stick with it a bit rather than get myself wiped out. See how that goes. What can I make up? Although for a second, there was a seed in my drink. A little hard thing went into my mouth. And I thought, what was that? There are no seeds in that. It was a chip of ice. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Noog. Yeah, things do not look great in the UK at the moment. I do not envy you the situation. Yeah, Lee, it'll be something non-alcoholic. Maybe water. Maybe something else. Oh. Is that a euphemism, Dr. Abigail? Your spoon is too big. I guess it depends what task the spoon is trying to perform. Can be a challenge, really, can't it? Oh, neat. Mega Leech still doing Grounded with the bro. It's all good to be into it. But yes. Oh God, what was I going to do? Okay, so Rockstar can fuck off because that little quest was annoying me. No, not a euphemism. So, what task is your spoon failing to adequately support you in because of its size? Right. Why are there so many emails on this? Are any of these important? Audible telling me to. Ooh. Oh, God, that's right. Bridgerton is actually books, isn't it? A John Scalzi one. Is that from Old Man's War? Oh, God. American Psycho. Yeah. Right. $7.99 picks. Ooh, The Dry. I saw the movie there. Okay. This Scalzi one. Which one's this? The Interdependency, Book 1, narrated by Will Wheaton. Oh, buy it with other John Scalzi. Wait, what? Old Man's War. What's that? Is that a different series? Yeah, it's Old Man's War, Book 1. You know what? Fuck it. I'll get the other one. It's special. That's not meant to be a thing. Yes. Okay. That's my next book, I guess. People trying to get me to buy things. Burger Tree saying I can save 20% if I order from them. There you go. Costco, go away. Oh gosh. Prime want me to watch a Harry Styles movie. Yes, someone did sign into my account. Me. Okay. Dancing around with those things. Dr. Abigail, it was a reference to something you had to be there, you live in a bucket. Fair enough. Ooh, what was that? Oh, is that a spam message? Why does it come up as Alexa? Oh, because it's from Amazon? Yeah, it was me. It's fine. No, the film's called My Policeman, Lee. All right, now you've got me wondering, Dr. Abigail. Oh, okay. It's a classic meme. Short animated film from 2000. Other memorable lines from Rejected include I am a banana and my anus is bleeding. I mean, if you've got a line and you think that my anus is bleeding, how does my spoon is too big become the line that everyone remembers? Good luck with your 3-year-old with Jess, Lee. You know what? I might have a. Do I want a ginger ale? I want a ginger ale. Thinking, do I want a ginger ale or a soda water? I want ginger ale. Oh, okay. Things are blocking the fridge. Dr. Abigail, I would probably remember it if I watched it from that classic early internet. Off the top of my head, I don't remember it though. All right. What do we got? Oh, we got 2 of the spiced orange. What the heck? I'm going to have a spiced orange ginger ale. And I don't even have to look for a bottle opener. There's one right there. Oh, yes, Lee. My kids knew what gravity was before they were 3 from falling off a lounge onto their head. That's how they learn what gravity is. Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Oh, okay. Sorry. Audiobooks reminded me. Megaleech, if you are there, I wanted to tell you a thing that you would probably find funny. It's a slightly in joke. But yes, because I'm actually going to save it for when you're actually in the stream. So yes, if and when you're around Megaleech, if you let me know, remind me it's a joke about the audiobook for The Expanse, which it's a real thing, happened to me, and I find it like stupid funny. Fairly warned, BE, I am quite easily amused. So the fact I find it amusing does not mean anyways. Dr. Abigail, if you are up for it, if anyone's up for it, we go do. I was hoping Aidsy would show up because I actually have a bit of news for him. I haven't heard from him and I'm not willing to text him this late at night. I shall try to text him. Actually, maybe I could just send him this photo. Let's see if I can do that. Do. Okay, that is quite weird. Right. It was on Facebook. Where it is. Mike Finch. That's what we wanted. No, I'm not reporting it. Fuck off. God damn it. Got to save that photo. And then save that photo. I think it's the thing that AZ will quite like. All right, Cyrano. Again, have a good day at work, my friend. As much as possible at work. I don't know what your work is, how much you enjoy it, or how much you don't. But I hope it doesn't suck. That's what I'll stick with. Because there's a thing on Facebook, and AZ doesn't get Facebook. Of you on Facebook. Okay. No, we want to go here. This and this. All right. So that might actually make AZ come here. Oh, speaking of people coming here, it's Dr. Abigail. Hello.
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 So if AZ is not completely dead, either figuratively or literally, either's a possibility with AZ. Much like Mimsy, I don't know who's going to outlast who. Mimsy's not well these days, so I think her tally from the vet was we were treating her hypothyroidism, which she seems to be getting a bit better from, and the vet's going like all things. Yeah, there's also obviously liver disease, kidney disease, arthritis, and dementia. So, so we may have to do the sad but kind thing with Mimsy at some point. Failing that she might just drop dead. I swear to God, she does this super weird thing. It actually makes perfect sense, but it just looks weird. She'll go on our bed during the day to sleep, and because it's daylight, and you know when cats do that cute thing of putting their paw over their eyes? Yeah. Well, we have like loose blankies on the bed. So she just sticks her head under a blanket. Sometimes she's all the way under there and you don't realize it and you sit on her. But sometimes she has enough effort to like stick her head under a blanket and then her body's just out there with her head under a blanket. And
That's so cute.
It is cute. But I was going to the loo because, oh God, she threw up this freakish black throw up last night, which was not good. And anyway, I saw her. She's lying on the bed. Yeah, I know it was quite disturbing. She didn't. At least it was in the bathroom, which is one of the easiest areas to clean. She could have done it like on our bed or under our bed or something. Yeah. So I'm going to the loo, and she's on the bed, and like just her head's under it's like her head and shoulders, her front legs are under the blanket, and her body and back legs are out. And I walked past, and I just kind of noticed she's very skinny, and I thought I should be able to see her breathing. And I was going, it doesn't seem to be breathing there. And I thought, oh no, did she just die on our bed? And I put my hand on her body and I didn't really feel breathing and I went, oh no. And I lifted the blanket up and her head sits up like, what? I'm sleeping. And I thought you were dead.
She'd carry around a mirror just for her. Do the mirror test.
Yeah, but see, that wouldn't work because her head was under the blanket. Lee's got to make dinner. Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah.
See you later. As I said, I did the in between bits of rain, went out and had fish and chips in the park with Mrs. Angry, which was very nice. It's very windy. It was nice, but the wind was bringing in all the rain that's on us now.
Yes.
But
I am on all the benzos at the moment.
are they helping?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Drugs.
Woohoo. I went to my counseling session on Thursday. And I went to my GP on Thursday as well.
Hmm.
And I got like sleeping tablets, anti-anxiety meds. I got my like a bunch of my regular meds, and then went to my counseling session, and she showed me a technique to release all this anxiety that I've been holding just in my nervous system. And then I came home and slept. Like after the stream on Thursday night,
Yeah.
I went to bed straight away, which is something I usually don't do because I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
But no, I was so tired, and I slept for 14 hours after the stream. Just like
Wow.
out
So
like
that
a light.
relaxation technique is.
Yeah. And I've just been
So yeah,
just dead
not
all day.
like not so much a
But I
night
did
owl,
manage
but
to
an
go.
anxiety owl.
Yeah, I did manage to go outside today.
Oh, that's good.
Yay. And I wasn't a complete zombie.
Oh, good. Accomplishment.
So,
Tick.
and I got some magic cards in the mail.
Oh, nice.
Yay. Cardboard rectangles.
Ooh, with
Um,
shiny bits on them.
Oh, they're in card sleeves.
Or
So
colourful things
they're
on them.
protected. But yeah, they're I was watching a live stream of there used to be a shop in the city, and I was watching their live stream, and they were cracking open packs of the new set that just came out, and it was a bit of a competition because he was selling them,
Right.
and like the people, it was like first in best dress to private message him on Twitch
Right.
if you wanted a card, and some
Okay.
of the cards are limited edition Transformers cards.
Nice.
And so there's a bunch of us. I mean, we're already nerds, but a bunch of us nerds are just like within milliseconds, like pipping each other at the post. And yeah, I managed to get one out of like several of the Transformers. I missed out on Megatron, on Optimus Prime. I got Starscream though, and I'm so
Okay.
happy. Yeah, and
Okay.
they actually do have like they're double-sided, so they transform. So I'm
Oh,
really
nice.
happy about that. Yeah. So just a bit of Magic the Gathering, and I got some shiny other shiny cards from the latest set. So I am happy they came today. So
Cool.
and it's nice to support because during the lockdowns during COVID, that store, which was a family run thing, it wasn't a chain or anything.
Yeah.
They had their rented building just pulled out from under them. So they had a great location. That they had two floors and a basement where they'd set up a bar and like a lounge area.
What was it called?
Games Lab. Or
Yes.
Games
I've been
Lab.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the owner, who I'm friends with, lives around here, and I bump into him every so often. And yeah, he was shattered after the lockdown, and then the owner of the building just said, we're doing it all up, we're kicking everyone out. and they have
Damn.
barely recovered. They're still selling stuff online, but it's
Yeah.
just not the same. So I try to support them, but it was just a fun stream because we were just cracking packs and
Nice.
opening packs and bantering in Twitch chat. So
Bit of banter.
yeah, and at the moment, Desert Bus for Hope is on Twitch,
Yeah.
which I usually watch a lot of.
Whoosh.
And you've torn me away from that, which is fine. I
Oh,
guess.
well, you need to interact here.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how are you?
Good. Yeah, like normally I'd be doing something with Mrs. Angry tonight, but we went out last night, which is why I didn't stream last night. Taking young Miss Angry and her boyfriend to a pub for a pub feed, which was good.
Fair enough.
And
Cool.
now Mrs. Angry is with her lad in the next room watching British murder crime mystery shows. I watched Vera, which is quite good. She's like this middle-aged lady. It's a police detective. It's
What did I
actually,
watch recently?
I got there's like 6 or 7 seasons of it at least. It's quite good.
Oh, I
She's got this
watched,
small action. All right, love. What we got going on here then?
I watched Tales of the Jedi recently. I didn't even know it existed.
I haven't watched
And
that
so
yet. Was it
it's
any
like
good?
8 episodes of awesome.
Oh, cool. I'll have to
And
watch it.
it's really awesome, and it fills in a few gaps from
Yeah.
the prequels that
Okay.
I mean they didn't need to be filled in, but it was nice that they were.
It's good when they do
And
that stuff well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it was just fun little vignettes of
You're good.
Jedi
And
stories.
apparently there's a short done by Studio Ghibli about Baby Yoda.
I haven't heard about that.
It's not part of Tales of the Jedi. It's a standalone.
It wasn't.
It's an animated short.
Okay.
I forget what it's called, but it's done by Studio Ghibli, and it centers on Baby Yoda, who I refuse to call Grogu.
Is it canon?
It's an official release. It's on Disney Star Wars.
Well, I don't have a Disney Plus subscription, so. Studio
And yet you saw Tales of the Jedi. Interesting.
How did she do that? It's one of life's mysteries.
Personal friends with those people, and they came around to Dr. Abigail's place and showed it to her special. It was all legal and above board. No more questions, Your Honor.
Yep. I found a copy of Top Gun Maverick as well, which I finally got around to watching.
Oh yeah, well that's got to be free on the.
It's actually a decent nod and has some decent drama in it.
Most people liked it.
Yeah, the drama was pretty good. It was very hammed up and corny though. Like it was still very.
But was it as gay as the original? Did they have anything to compete?
Not
with
nearly as gay. It was very not gay.
Outside of gay porn, is anything as gay as that beach volleyball scene in Top Gun?
Oh my god! Yeah, tell me about it.
Woof.
That was so gay.
They're even smacking each other on the bum in that one. It's just like, look out!
Yeah, in front of my salad. Like
yes. Lads being lads. I've seen so many funny jokes recently. One of them was guys invented online gaming just so they could talk to another guy on the phone for hours.
Yeah.
And there was another one that
Yeah.
was in the same vein, like, you know, mainstream heterosexual masculinity prohibits intimacy on a platonic level between men. And it was that type of joke, like men invented X. I think it was so they could hold oh, men invented arm wrestling so they could hold hands with another man.
That reminds me of that Onion article.
Why do
from
these
way back.
homosexuals
That was
keep sucking my dick?
that was we had when I was living in a share house in my teens. We had that in print, in the print version. We
Yeah.
had a print copy of that article. Like it,
Yeah.
it was just so good.
First time I was in the US, there was still a print edition because it was originally a print
Yes,
newspaper.
I know.
And they were still printing a version, and I could not believe my luck that I got my hands on a print version of The Onion. It didn't have that article in it,
Yep.
but it was still nice to hold it in
We
your
had
hands.
we got that article. We also had one which had the article. It was the historical Onion, the historical edition
Of the moon
and the
landing?
headline. No, it was about World War II.
Okay.
And the Japanese ally themselves with a white supremacist in well thought out move.
Yes. Their historical edition for the moon landing, there's a couple of good articles, but the front page, it's like a picture of an Apollo astronaut and just this massive banner headline, holy fucking shit, man walks on the fucking moon. And the whole article is, can you fucking believe this shit? They're on the moon. That's fucking wild.
Yeah. I can picture that.
Yeah, they are pretty funny, and they're still going. They every now and then I check it out, and they still kick goals.
Their Twitter feed is just so active. Like they're constantly tweeting. Well, who knows how long that'll last for?
Exactly. Who knows how long?
Their Mastodon feed is just off the hook.
I've seen so many thought-provoking threads on Twitter from tech people and going, look, a lot of people think overacting, saying Twitter could disappear instantly. Here's 20 ways it could easily happen and you'd have no warning. And some of them are incredibly mundane.
Yep.
And because Musk sacked so many people, the big thing everyone thinks is going to happen is some weird shit will happen and there will be literally no one there who understands. But even the critical ones, like out of hour stuff. Okay, so there's someone on call 24 hours a day. There's someone doing tech stuff 24 hours a day. But there are periods when it's skeleton staff. And if shit goes south then, they're just, I have no fucking idea what's happening. And I have no idea who to call.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
My favorite take so far was a Twitter thread I read this morning from this guy who made his own website, who thought like his whole argument was Twitter's just a website. Like it's not going to go down. And his premise, like the premise of his argument was that like he based it on like his website gets like 1 million hits a year, so he knows what he's talking about. It's like a website on a server, and he has fucking no idea the scope of Twitter. And I'm watching this exchange where people are just like either mocking him or trying to educate him, and he's just not listening, and the Dunning-Kruger effect in full effect. And like that, I was reading this Twitter conversation and just laughing so much at that, like as if Twitter is like it's a web page sitting on a server somewhere getting 1 million hits a year.
Doing like 1 million queries a second.
It gets like 500 million tweets a day.
Yeah.
So it's getting millions of just hits, queries per second.
Yeah.
So I want to, like, someone raised that issue with this dude and he just didn't listen.
No.
Like his
It's
dinky little website is not going to cope
digging his
with that.
heels
It would
in.
just melt down. So yeah, it was a fun read.
And also, dude, Twitter's servers are distributed to a degree that your weird fucking brain can't comprehend.
Yeah,
and it's not going to help because what you get is, and this is what the techs who knew what they're talking about said, what's probably going to happen is cascading failures. The first one will be small and won't affect anything, but it's the first domino.
Yep.
And it goes blip, 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 and then the site's gone.
Because you've got things like traffic load balancing and routing and managing traffic alone is a full-time job that requires hundreds of people around the world. Because it's like when you're dealing with that much traffic, it's a monumental task. And you can only automate so much of it.
Yeah, it's
and yeah, like all the server maintenance, all the backups and data management and security and offices and who cleans the toilets and
stuff like that. And apparently they lost most of their HR department, and it's like, so now they don't even know who works there because there's
oh my god. It took Elon 2 weeks to burn down this company.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I don't think I could do as good a job of burning down a company as effectively as he did.
If you wanted to,
If I tried, yeah. It's just nuts.
Justin, yes, I saw the thing about Deliveroo leaving Australia. None of those things are good businesses. They are bad businesses.
Oh, yeah.
They need to stop acting like fucking cowboys. It's the same as Uber's not a good business. Uber is a terrible business and is a massive scam and a failure. Their goal around the world has been to destroy existing infrastructure so that governments had no choice but to make their illegal business model legal, and it is actually not working. And those various delivery things. There should be delivery services. They should be properly managed. The people doing them should be properly paid, and it should stop being a huge fucking thing. Here's the thing. Okay, Heine, you gave Elmo a break because of SpaceX. 0% his effort, okay? There's this lie that he very actively perpetuated that he's this Tony Stark genius who's doing it. He doesn't know a goddamn thing about how SpaceX works. Like there was one where they were having troubles with a launch and he's making these public statements. If they don't fix it, I'll go down there and fix it myself. To which I'm sure all the people who actually fucking knew what they were doing were just, oh God, no. God, please no. This absolute ass clown who does not understand the most elementary basics of what we're doing.
He knows how to buy and sell companies. And even then I start to wonder, because that's all he's done in the past 20 years is buy and sell companies.
He inherited the family's slave money
software
from
in the
80s. Bought other people's companies multiple times. He got lucky with the companies he chose to buy into. PayPal was a big one.
PayPal and Tesla.
And Tesla is massively overvalued. Tesla is worth about, at best, 1/100th. Its market valuation.
Tesla is all hype, and their cars are overhyped.
Oh, way overhyped.
Yeah, like this. so many better options for EVs than Teslas. They're like the apples of the Apple computers of the EV world.
Within 2 to 5 years, people will wake up to that. People are starting to wake up to it now, but within 2 to 5 years, the mainstream will wake up that Tesla is vaporware.
Remember how like every year he would say that self-driving cars is only 2 or 3 years away, and he's been saying it for like over a dozen years at least, for like 15 years. He's been saying that. And like the Cybertruck, not the big ass truck, but the big giant semi trailer, the
self-driving freight trucks.
They're 5 years away, or we can build them now, and still 10 years later, nothing. He's a fraud.
He is absolutely a fraud.
And it's the only reason SpaceX is successful is because he got government grants, and I reckon there's got to have been riders in those grants to say you have to have X number of competent engineers and have X number of deliverables, and he let the engineers do the work, of course, because he doesn't know shit. He has a, to his credit, he has like a layman's level of knowledge about rocket science. He has the same amount of knowledge I do, basically, and I didn't study it.
Yeah,
I've heard him talk, and he has never said anything that's over my head.
Yeah. So Ray's saying technically self-driving cars exist. They don't work though.
Technically self-crashing cars exist, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They can drive themselves into all kinds of things.
Yeah, into all kinds of things. Pedestrians, walls, other cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see have you seen the footage of, I think it was either in China or Vietnam or like Southeast Asia somewhere, of this old dude. There was this old dude, you couldn't actually see him, but he was in his Tesla, and all of a sudden it just takes off and ends up going over 200 kilometers an hour, hits someone, and then crashes into like a bunch of cars, like on this suburban road with like rainforest on one side.
Too, wasn't it?
It's I saw it a couple of weeks ago, but it's crazy. Like it's just
sudden acceleration.
Yeah. Apparently it was a fault in, because the old dude was like pushing hard on the brakes, and it just wasn't working. So it was a fault in the brakes somewhere. But
sorry.
Yeah.
Rays, that's such a ringing endorsement. The Google car isn't crashing as often. I mean, great. Rays, you say that. I think self-driving cars are close to inevitable, and they will have. My feeling is they will eventually be orders of magnitude safer than humans driving cars.
Yeah, I agree.
Currently, that far off. What Abigail said was a statement of fact. For over a decade, Elon Musk has been saying they'll have fully autonomous cars within 2 years. He's a liar and a charlatan and a hype merchant.
Yeah.
I was saying is
you only have to look at the Android he tried to tout recently.
Which
that required. That was a couple of years ago. There's a more recent robot that is, at least it looks like it's from 20 years ago. It looks so primitive compared
like an old
to
Honda from the 90s.
It looked like Boston Dynamics prototypes could come up to it and punch it in the face multiple times and it wouldn't know what to do. Like it was so primitive, it was slow, it there were technicians having to guide it around. It was cumbersome, it couldn't do anything. And the demo videos were cut. They were like actually edited to look better. And it was just a joke. It was such a joke. And the guy in the suit, the really lanky guy in the suit, was just like,
that
what
was
the
just
hell?
embarrassing. And Rays,
And
I
that's
don't know.
just
I don't know who you're disagreeing with. We're
what
saying
are you disagreeing with?
categorically, specifically, Elon Musk is a liar and a charlatan. So I don't know who you're disagreeing with. And again, it's vaporware. Self-driving vehicles today is vaporware. They do not function at a safe level. As I said, I personally
they function, but they're nowhere near safe.
Yeah. I personally believe they will be, and they will end up being far safer than human drivers, because human drivers are fucking terrible, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But
I think I personally think they are inevitable.
Yeah.
I just don't think Tesla will do it. Elon Musk will have nothing to do with it.
No, it's Tesla is an empty suit. It's
yeah. I'll just be back in a sec.
Yeah.
And I want to know what Rays is disagreeing with. Like
Yeah.
Like what I don't know what your point is, and I'm curious to know what it is. So I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. No, you're a champion for self-driving vehicles. Cool. So like a simple, unarguable statement of fact is there are no self-driving vehicles in the world today. Did I say safe? That's what I meant to say. Safe self-driving vehicles. You disagree that he's a liar? Well, dude, you've bought the bullshit. He is for well over a decade, he's been saying Tesla will have fully autonomous vehicles inside of 2 years. Okay? So there are literally only two possibilities, Ray. Musk is a liar, or Musk is a fucking moron, or actually a third option, both, a combination of both.
I think a combination of both.
Yeah.
I think he's deluded himself.
There is no other explanation for him saying things that are
con man.
False.
He's running a grift to get money from the US government to keep his companies going. And he's been on record like complaining about why the government isn't helping him keep Twitter afloat. Like it's just because that's what he's used to. He's used to the government bailing him out because he's been working on these important projects like SpaceX and the Boring Company that like governments have put money into.
He's a fucking con artist.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share a picture, and then it's a picture of Aidsy.
Sure.
And it's from like 30 years ago. Where are we? Present. Share screen. Okay. So that's apparently he was fire breathing in that outfit for a circus.
Wow.
And that showed up on Facebook because the two women recreated it with another dude. And I sent that to Aidsy a little while ago.
How old is he there?
This is about 30 years ago, so he's like early 20s.
That's so funny.
I know. So I sent that to him along with the recreation, and he's just replied, "Fuck, I remember that. Fire breathing fairy magic princess MC. That was the Graffiti Brothers Circus. I learned to tour with that crew. When month we would train every day, hit the road for anything up to 3 months. It was good money. and they had a rule they had to busk for breakfast. Made us nice and tight for the rest of the day. Was allowed 1 coffee and 5 cigarettes, or 2 coffees and 4 cigarettes, or people would be murdered. He's saying his feet are special, meaning offensive and gross. When you get some spoons back, I'll show you.
Oh, if you're chatting with him on text message, tell him hi from me, and I haven't forgotten about him.
Oh, yes, hi, she hasn't forgotten about you. Okay.
Also, I
I just let
don't
him know he's sharing
actually
it.
have any photos of me from 30 years ago because I was a teenager. And
Yes,
didn't
we're a
own
little older
computer.
than you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So, yes, I have some old photos. I think I've shared them on other things, but I remember I made some videos on YouTube about 10 years ago when I think it was my mum had sent me these baby photos. So I did these photo slideshows of me as the baby, me as the toddler, me at school. Yeah. me through the years, about 40 years worth of photos. So
I like this. I found one of me from 12 years ago. I'm gonna share.
I'm gonna
Because
share.
I can.
Because you can.
This is me from 12 years ago.
Nice. A little bit of the old purple wash in there.
Yep.
Or is it silver?
Sorry?
Is that like pastel purple in there?
It's yeah, it's like it's faded by then a bit.
Okay.
It was a bit more vibrant. So yeah, I was at that time, I was at a student conference, a queer student conference, and I was just about to go to a party.
Oh yeah, that was a very party attitude in that one.
Yes, I picked up a local girl in Wollongong. Oh God, that was messy.
I think you've told that story before, actually.
Yeah, I have. But
so,
I think
Jim,
that's like one of the earliest photos I've got of me that I'm willing to share.
Yeah, that's fair. Jim, that's an interesting point you raise about traffic lights. Traffic control generally. We will obviously go through a period that will probably last at least a decade, if not 2, of a mix of vehicles on the road, autonomous and human controlled. There'll be some diehards who insist it's their right to drive their own vehicle. And it'll only be super rich people. Because the government will just say, sure, you can drive your own car. A license for self-driving is $20,000 a year.
I think that there will be special roads for, like, there'll be roads for autonomous vehicles only, and there'll be mixed roads. And you will not be allowed to drive on the autonomous vehicles only roads.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be unsafe for humans.
They'll just be scooting on.
Yeah. But I don't think, it's not a hard disagree, but I don't think there'll be exuberant licenses for self-driving licenses or anything like that. I think there's always going to be a need for people to drive a vehicle. Like,
that sounds like someone in 1900 saying there'll always be a need for people to ride a horse.
Well, there still is.
No, there isn't. It's a hobby. There is no need whatsoever for people to learn to ride a horse.
Tell that to all the people who compete in dressage.
It's a hobby.
I hear what you're saying.
And the only people who drive their own cars will be hobbyists. And the fact that cars driven by humans at a certain point, and I don't know whether this is going to be in 10 years, 50 years, or 100 years, or 2,000 years because society collapses and takes that long to rebuild. But there will come a time when human-driven cars are so much more dangerous than autonomous cars. If not the license, the insurance bond to drive your own vehicle.
What about the quad bike on the farm? What about the quad bike on the farm to go rescue a sheep that's stuck in the mud?
What about my semi-automatic rifle to get 30 to 40 feral hogs who've come into my yard? Sorry?
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, actually, my brother, who has a farm, has two quad bikes and several rifles for exactly that. And there are going to be edge cases for the foreseeable future. And I'm not, you know me, I'm not a Luddite or anything.
Yeah.
I'm all for self-driving cars. I'm all for getting rid of manual driving cars in urban areas. Absolutely. You watch the death rate on the roads go down. Car sharing, car ownership. I'm all for scrapping that. But there's going to be edge cases for the foreseeable future, at least in our lifetimes.
Yes.
And probably.
That's what I think there'll be a transition that will last minimum a decade, if not multiple decades.
And you're always going to get your hobbyists who want to.
But I think there will also be a point where the insurance premiums will be so high, only the super wealthy will be able to do it. Why would you insure
What's the insurance premiums on riding a horse?
A horse can't kill multiple people.
No, I don't know.
It can't. You sound like someone in America who wants semi-automatic rifles who's saying, well, you can kill a bunch of people with a knife. Have you seen some of these horses decked out with fucking battle axes and swords and a dagger in the teeth and just armored up and just going people just on a murdering spree? It's just those horses that are addicted to
100 horse, 100 duck-sized horses, man.
Yeah.
Still NAM flashbacks. Oh,
yeah. I mean, I think it's but okay. Here's a really simple thing about autonomous vehicles that I've not seen anyone answer. Obviously, autonomous vehicles have to be programmed to stop if there's a pedestrian in their path, right? This is a problem Teslas still have. So that's an obvious thing. So you have autonomous vehicles driving around the city. If all the pedestrian goes, fuck them, I can just step out into the road, the automatic systems will make the car stop. I don't have to wait for traffic lights or whatever. How do you manage that when people go, this car has to stop for me? I'm just going out in the fucking road and fucking with it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So I've
maybe
not seen
if we dug tunnels and had them all self-driving through tunnels.
Yes. If only there was someone who loved the idea of drilling tunnels and and then he invented a completely new concept of a multi-passenger transit vehicle.
Maybe
everyone hailed him as a genius,
a visionary.
And even if he completely failed to deliver on any of those things, as I saw someone saying, watching the Twitter meltdown, someone saying the weirdest thing is watching the fanboys still riding his dick. It's like, What level of
it's
denial
it's
of reality?
entertainment.
Yeah,
It's it's Schadenfreude entertainment.
yeah.
Watching
It's just
these
it's weird.
fanboys. Yeah.
Oh, look, was it Pat? I say Pat? Hello? Your thing keeps dropping in and out. It did it again. Okay, I don't know what that was. Yep, I don't think you've got good internet, Pat. It just keeps dropping out. Jim wants to drive a Kingswood. I've been a passenger in a Kingswood. For those who don't know, that is an old Australian-made car. Was superseded, I think, in the 1980s by the Commodore.
By the Corolla. Sorry, the Commodore.
Corolla Toyota.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. I mixed up. It's so long ago. Holden Commodore.
Toyota kept the Corolla name for
the
50,
Commodores. They're still
years or
making
something.
them.
No, they're not. The Liberal Party
Aren't
killed manufacturing. No, the Liberal Party killed manufacturing.
Well, they're
in
not
Australia.
making them overseas.
No.
Bummer. Those things just
I
keep
think
going
what you
and going.
get, there are still a couple of those specialty racing variants made in Australia, the Walkinshaw and some others.
Okay.
Just from weird fucking gearheads who hand build sort of racing car inspired versions of Commodores.
Yeah.
And they can make about 20 a year and they sell all of them.
My brother has a beat up old XF Falcon on his farm.
Yeah.
That's like nowadays, that's the nowadays equivalent of having a Kingswood on your farm.
Yeah. But yes, the Liberal Party managed to kill all auto manufacturing in Australia. And anyone, again, COVID should have brought home this whole offshoring of manufacturing. But offshoring of manufacturing, it's like you're playing Russian roulette with 3 bullets in the chambers, basically. It's like, we've now seen cataclysmic events can happen pretty much without warning that would result in us being completely cut off from the rest of the world in terms of shipping and whatnot. So I actually have a little bit of faith in our current government. I had zero faith in the LNP doing it. But somebody in the government, and they wouldn't want to publicize this because it's scary to contemplate, they should have a department that is modeling worst case scenarios. It's like, if no fuel whatsoever could be brought into Australia, what would we do? How long would we last?
I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if there's not a think tank out there that are doing this already.
There has to be some, but I mean, I don't know if you remember the Morrison government and their magnificent handling of the supply chain issues with COVID and whatnot. It was quite
the
obvious.
Nostradamus method of logistics.
Yeah.
Tear everything up and throw it into the air.
Yeah. It was quite obvious they had no plan whatsoever. As I said, I have a little bit of faith in the current government that they will have learned from that and they will have a think tank. They will have stuff in place going, let's have an actual disaster readiness plan because, God, you'd have to think it's almost inevitable that we're going to have more of these super annoying events of historical significance in the coming decade or so. But see, Heine, you raise a good question. Was it worth subsidizing the car industry? Short answer, yes, because it cripples Australia to have lost that manufacturing base, that just the knowledge that is gone with that is devastating. And it really is, I can mix my metaphors. I already said roulette. It's a sword of Damocles. It's dangling over our head by a thread, and anything at any moment could cut the thread, and then we're fucked. But just financially, there is a constant tension between we need this to exist, but we don't want to plow
our tax money into something that's wasteful, particularly not something that's benefiting some fucking capitalist somewhere. So, it's the same thing. Like, there was kind of a concept when Holden was created that it was a government subsidized thing and, would be an Australian thing. You could make an argument for a nationalized car manufacturing thing that has pluses and minuses. It's like nationalizing the energy grid, which I absolutely believe should happen. Not even any doubt. But you end up with a constant tension between.
I'm just laughing at Nug's impersonation of the Kool-Aid mascot there.
You're a car guy, Nug? But yeah, there's always going to be a tension between we should, yes, be using public money to have these things that are a bare minimum required by the public, and to the point where, like, oh wait, is someone now being really wasteful and actually sponging? There's always, like, I believe primary producers, there should be incentives to make sure farms don't go under, because we need food production. But I've also seen growing up in the country, absolute bullshit with farmers subsidized out the wazoo and being really fucking obnoxious pricks, basically shitting on anyone who got subsidies who wasn't them. And it's just like, fuck you guys. Noog, what Aussie car made you a car head? It's the thing I need to know now.
Yeah. So is Noog not Australian?
Is in the UK.
The UK. Oh, because if it was, I've heard a lot of Americans are really into Commodore Utes.
Yes,
like they're not trucks, but they're not sedans. They're like the concept of a Ute, like isn't prime time.
Is a very very different. They don't have. Well, they actually do have them now.
Okay, but the Commodore Ute.
So fascinated with them in the last 10 or so years.
Yeah, but they got rebadged when they were being made by Chrysler, but to get an actual Commodore badged as Commodore to the US took quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I do remember
you had to get it converted and everything.
Someone was driving a high-end Australian-made Falcon in the US, and it was attracting a lot of attention. And particularly at one point when they stopped the lights, the guy sort of waved them down, had to talk to them because it was a Ford badged car. He worked in the Ford factory and he had no idea what this car was they were driving. And he was really into it. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's HSV right. The Vauxhall. HSV.
Okay.
Yeah, you got all these crossover things.
I know the one.
Some stuff that was badged Holden here was, what was the I'm trying to remember, because there was a crossover with Vauxhall and there was another one, an Opel. That's right. There was a car sold in Europe under the Opel badge that was an identical car, was in Australia under the Holden badge. So I guess, there's only 3 companies in the world, and oh, Jim, that's a throwback. Kingswood Country. Not the Kingswood, I've just chrome plated the grease nipples. For anyone who doesn't get it, that's a very old Australian sitcom.
Ancient. That's Kingswood Country.
Kingswood Country, which is a knockoff of a very, very old British comedy, Till Death Us Do Part. And the Americanized version of it was called All in the Family. But it was originally a British comedy called Till Death Us Do Part. The lead character's name was Alf Garnett. And they Australianized it and called it Kingswood. It's basically, the central character is a buffhead conservative person. The American version was All in the Family. The lead character was called Archie Bunker. It was very popular.
And yeah. Hi, Pat. I tried to put you on, but the thing cut out every time I tried to put you on. So it's not working. I know. Okay, now I'm going to do the other thing that I was going to do for fun because I got a new.
Well, I found a bunch of old photos of me, but nothing before like 2004, because that's when I got my first digital camera. I have got some print photos from like
Oh.
analog, like film cameras, but I'm
Yeah.
not getting those out.
Right. I'm going to do some brandy comparisons because I got a bunch of different brandies. And because that's my excuse for sipping drinkies. Right. Some Australian, some European. Ooh, and a couple of them I haven't opened, so it's my excuse to crack them open. All right, getting little drinking glasses. Do 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 do. Oh dear, dear. It's weird how that thing with shows being recreated around the world happen, and sometimes it works. Like the Alf Garnett show, Till Death Us Do Part, All in the Family in the US, and Kingswood Country in Australia, all big hits. They're all very big hits. But then you get ones you often see successful in one country, they try to recreate in another, and it just bombs shockingly. Oh, Noog, are you wearing a UNSC shirt from Peel?
This shirt. No, actually, it's not. It does look like it though. It's from Paxos, and it's the it's a parody of shirts like it and battleships like it, but it's like the serial number is actually MCEC 2022, which is Melbourne Convention and what's it called? Jeff
Exhibition
said it's
Centre.
Melbourne Melbourne Convention and
Exhibition
Exhibition Centre 2022, which is where PAX was held, and it's a Melbourne class battleship, and then it's got labeled all the halls and all the like areas in the convention center. So we've got like handheld is over here, and bring your own computer is over there, and tabletops over here, and the cafeteria is over here, and yeah, it was just this really cool shirt, and so I bought one. So
nice.
Yeah,
mine is a cocktail drinking cat. It says cocktails served here with a black cat, which Kirsten enlightened us the other evening. Black cat has been used as a wow, that was too much. Mascot for various alcoholic beverages, 19th and 20th century.
Such a shame that Europeans don't have PAX.
It's interesting that, PAX still works. Like a lot of other conventions sort of stopped working.
It's not a pop culture convention.
Yeah.
Supernova and Comic-Con and all those kind of pop culture. Oh, you do have similar. Okay, well that's good. Yeah. So all those pop culture conventions are awful. They're just like they're fun the first time you go, and then you realize that you pay money to get squashed in with a whole bunch of other smelly nerds to get let into a big market and spend more money. And it's all about money.
Yeah.
it's crap. And the
Yeah.
celebrities there, money, money, money. It costs a fortune to see them, and you wait in line for hours to get 5 seconds of time with them. And it's
Yeah.
just crap. And any celebrity who like actually tries to make an attempt to engage with fans and be a cool person doesn't get invited back because they waste too much time and
Yeah.
the convention can't make enough money.
Yeah.
This is that Comic-Con in a nutshell. PAX, on the other hand, and a good gaming convention, you pay significantly more up front. But what it gives you is an open floor to experience free content. Well, it's not free, you've paid for it, but you are then free to
But you don't pay again.
spend your weekend playing games. You can go to panels, you can go play board games, you can there's cosplaying at PAX as well, just not as much as Comic-Con. But yeah, like it's just like the vibe is so significantly better than a one-day Comic-Con where like it's all about that cash money.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, and you can spend a lot of money at PAX if you want to, but over the once you've bought your ticket to get in, you don't have to spend a single cent, and you can have the best 3 days ever. You can do like anything you want there without spending a dime.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and from the thing that I'm into, I was disappointed at the degree to which VidCon in Australia was a complete failure. I think people try and which is not to say I didn't have fun, because I did. I was meeting people and running into people, and it was fun. But as an event, it's impossible, if you're at all rational, to argue that it was anything but a complete failure. They didn't. They attracted virtually no. Oh, okay, because as opposed to being a fan thing, the fan stuff happened at VidCon, but also, you should have had like a trades hall, where you got to, see cameras and whatnot. And they attracted, 2 years in a row, they attracted basically no one to their event hall, which I find very hard to understand.
Yeah, okay.
And then they had the excuse of COVID for a couple of years. But it's never coming back. They have to look and just go,
the fact that
traveling to Australia is a logistical nightmare, and it had to have been an economic failure.
The fact that PAX this year was so successful is a testament to how much they get the formula right, and how much of a good vibe they foster, and how good the volunteers, the enforcers at PAX are. It helps that I am one, but I actually didn't work there this year. The management, it's just like, the idea is to have fun, and like the money making side is just the ticket. Like, you can't, there's merch, you can spend money, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars if you want, but it's not about that. Once you're in the door, just have fun, go to the panels, they don't care, you're there. It's great.
And at VidCon, you could buy merch, you could pay to have meet and greets as well. But all the people who were there who were well known, they did stuff on stage, like proper presentations and involved, that was included in your ticket price. So
okay, none of the meet and greets for like any of the celebs. There's very few celebs at PAX.
Yeah.
There's occasionally some YouTubers who go, who might be like internet famous, and of course the
Yeah.
Penny Arcade, Jerry will go and sign some stuff, but you don't pay for it. You just wait in line. No one, you've already paid for it.
I'm reasonably sure the meet and greets were paid at VidCon.
Yeah,
but they did, presentations and whatnot. But
fair enough. Anyway,
but they were
PAX is
complete.
great.
And anyone wants to argue, fight me. Come on, just fucking. So I always like that because there's a web comic, and I've forgotten who it was, but the cartoonist, she's like a 5'0" woman, and the whole thing was like she gets really angry, and like people think it's cute when she's angry, and they go, and there's this whole comic of people saying stuff to her, and just these little cartoon characters down here just going, "Fight me!"
Is that Sarah Scribbles?
It might have been Sarah. It might have been an early Sarah Scribbles.
It reminds me of her content.
Everything was this little person going, "Fight me!"
Is that the same one that does lots of cat comics?
It's I don't remember because I saw this like years ago. But as soon as you said Sarah Scribbles, I was like, it might have been an early Sarah Scribbles. Yes.
Yep.
I still see her stuff. I think her stuff is very funny because she does the awkward nerd stuff so well.
Yeah, I vibe with it so much.
Yeah, there was one. It was like a bunch of people standing around talking, like labeled a normal conversation, and then she comes up. It's got this huge tuba on her head, labeled my latest fixation.
Symbols.
Or symbols. Yeah, me and my
latest fixation. Yeah. I've done that, not with literal symbols, but metaphorical ones.
Yes.
Oh, yes. How I've done that.
Yeah. It is. It is very much a thing of the how hard do I insist that people understand my latest obsession.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act. So I'm tasting all my brandies and deciding. Well, I'm deciding I don't really drink brandy straight for a start. I don't know. Which I like. This one. This is the new one. They're out on the Mornington Peninsula. This is spiced Christmas brandy. Mrs. Angry and I went out to a place on Mornington Peninsula. I think Melbourne Cup weekend last year. And we visited a couple distilleries there. And this is the Bass and Flinders. They had this Christmas brandy, and we got it, and we just fucking loved it. And it did not last very long at all. And they only release it in the lead up to Christmas, so it was gone. And then I go think like, oh, they're releasing it. So it's like, get more Christmas brandy. It's like with all the sort of Christmas pud flavors in it. And I drank it straight, and it was like, wow, that's a bit intense. But as soon as I put some ice on it, which chilled it and diluted it a little bit, and then all the sweetness came out. And it was just like, oh, yes. Now I'm just waiting for the supermarkets to have eggnog, because that's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like I was just getting supermarket eggnog and whacking this brandy in it, and it's just like, yeah. That's a look of disapproval about supermarket eggnog.
No, I just don't know it's such an American thing, and I don't even know what it is. And
it's basically
it sounds disgusting.
It
sounds
milk.
Gross.
It's somewhere between custard and milk, basically.
Okay. Then I just found some old work photos. Of none of me, thank goodness. But found some of my old workspace and my old desk and my old office, and and the server rack. Oh god, it was
Well,
a dog's
actually, if
breakfast.
I look on my page, photos of me. If I scroll, oh, like there's me at VidCon with Hank Green because being a fanboy. Let me see.
Oh, my first. I have a photo of my very first ever underling. Like person I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
And like I took a photo of him and he's like giving me a scowl and I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Look, I'll show you. This is weird. Okay. A cursed face swap photo.
Yeah.
With a friend, and she's Asian, and it's just something about the photo looks super racist. But all it is a face swap.
Ah, Jesus!
Isn't it? It's just cursed.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is truly cursed.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
So my desk in 2004, I had 3 CRT monitors.
Okay.
Attached to my computer.
Wow.
Which meant 3 video cards back in that day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. That was not 1 video card. That was 3 video cards. But I was head of IT, so I could get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do not show us that again. No, it's a cursed image. No, it's terrible.
The hideousness of that photo will haunt my dreams forever.
Yeah. That's with my friend Susie Nguyen, and it just somehow looks both cursed and very racist. And it's just look, that's me at 4 years old. See, that's just cute. I have a freakishly bad haircut, but
what is with your face? What are you doing with your face?
They're telling me to smile. I just had very chubby cheeks.
Oh my. Okay.
I don't know what I say.
I don't find children adorable at all. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, I'm going to share this photo of my desk, circa 2004.
Thanks, Kayla. That was adorable. I don't have a weird face. Oh, yes, CRT monitors. Good Lord.
Yep. The mouse was the very first Logitech mouse that had both a scroll wheel, and was optical.
Ooh, nice.
Yes,
Classy.
It didn't have a mouse ball.
Classy.
And yeah, that was
back in the day. We used to have to clean it.
Those are 17-inch monitors.
The biggies.
Well, they're not 19-inch. Like
that was the biggest you could
get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, those were, those were just standard around the office. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I had phone numbers and reminders. And this phone, that was my mobile phone. Here.
Oh, that's a phone, right? Yes. Okay.
That's my phone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, my headset. That was not attached to my phone. That was attached to my desk phone, the landline on the desk. That was what we used to play network games after hours. And if I needed to make any calls, I used that. And yeah. Yeah, that's there's the phone right there. Oh God. But yeah, like that's yeah, Winamp, very important.
Oh, running
Winamp
Winamp on
playing.
the PC.
Yeah. um, and yeah, that was my desk. That's where I wrote all the software for the company.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was trying to find some other photos. They didn't come up. What are we doing here? Wait, what were the albums I put on here? Profile pictures.
Oh no.
Because I did collect a bunch of growing up photos at one point. I don't know where they ended up though. God damn it.
The days of mice balls,
Yeah.
and constantly having to fix my parents' mice
Yeah.
all the time by cleaning them out, and they had no
Yes.
idea what I was doing.
All I had to do was clean your balls.
I need you to come and fix my mouse. It's not working properly. And I'd just come and clean it.
It was always fascinating how much filth you could actually get out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Does not speak well to the hygiene levels on the desk where you just go. And used to be, depending on the design, I think you used to be able to like just get a little circle of gross dirt and fluff out of it. Because the housing where the mouse was had this sort of little circle bit that you put, and it just covered all the crap there, and you get this little circle of filth.
And the rollers would get like a build-up of filth on the rollers, on the little sensors.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. There'd be lines of filth on the sensors, yes. On the rollers, sorry. Yeah, it's oh, the past. It is a terrible and nightmarish place.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to go back there, really. Oh, God, whatever I'm doing is making the fan on this laptop go overtime. Sounds like a jet coming into land in here. I'm sorry, laptop. What am I doing?
Given like how powerful that laptop is, I'm surprised that it's not on all the time. That thing's a beast.
It is. Well, I deliberately went and found one of the more overpowered. Not absolutely like I could have spent another couple $1,000 if I wanted to. I just didn't want to. Sorry, half the noise I was hearing was actually rain. The fan did actually kick on a bit, but
okay.
I think it's a combination with my tinnitus. I just hear white noise, and I'm not sure exactly what's causing the white noise. Yeah, I remember seeing it was an experimental mouse, and it was terrible. It was trying to do something other than a mouse ball, and what it had 3 little arms that touched the desk, and they had little traction bits on the end of them, and the movement of those as you drag the mouse around was telling the sensor where you were moving the mouse. Yeah, it didn't catch on. It was a stupid design.
No,
it was an experimental thing that was trying to, like, you know how you had the 3 rollers with the mouse ball. It was basically instead of 3 rollers, it was these 3 little arms that sort of vibrated when you dragged the mouse around, and it was trying to track your movement that way. It was a stupid design. It didn't catch on.
I knew someone who had it wasn't an Amiga, it was an Amstrad, I think. And he had, in the late 80s, early 90s, he had an optical mouse with a special mouse pad that was reflective, and it didn't work on any other surface.
Yes. Yes, I remember that sort of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nowadays,
Nowadays they work on almost any surface, but occasionally an optical mouse
if
will
it's
have
if a
trouble.
surface is too smooth, then optical mice just like have trouble.
Oh my god, all the different phases of technology, eh?
Like I was
What?
saying before.
Oh, what happened then? Okay, either my internet or Dr. Abigail's internet just went out. It's very hard to be sure. So I'm just going to keep talking until I hear Dr. Abigail. But that might be pointless because maybe no one can hear me. I don't. My system is not telling me I'm having any internet problems, but I don't know. My system lies to me sometimes. So I'll just keep the banter up until I hear from Dr. Abigail again. And I'm just scrolling through hundreds, if not thousands, of photos on my Facebook stream to see if there's any other old photos of me. What is it going to let me search for? No, it's not going to let me search. The oldest? Yeah, okay, Dr. Abigail's gone altogether. So, Heine, you can see me. Okay, so I think the problem was at Abigail's end. There you go. So, okay, well, that answers that. So maybe Dr. Abigail will come back. So I continue to go through this friggin' interminable list of photos to see. Okay, this is just going to take forever, but that's okay. I mean, just chat. And it's raining. So yes, going back to what I said earlier, the amount of rain we're getting, it's perfectly possible that either my electricity or my internet could cut out with no warning. So we shall see what happens. He's got the Siggy urge. Oh yeah, people are quiet. I don't know. I might even go to bed. I have this slight. I've committed to scrolling through these photos, which load really slowly on this laptop. Wait, when did I upload this picture of me with the cocktail book? 2018, start of 2018. So, okay. It's like I've been serious about cocktails for 5 years. Okay. Oh, god damn it. What is it doing now? Oh man, fuck you laptop, fuck you Facebook. Things fucking me around. All right, so I've only got back 5 years. Oh, geez, that's a fucking drama. What are we gonna do? There's a 6-year-old photo of Mimsy when she was a fatty, as opposed to how skinny she is at the moment. Noog, yes. The whole world leaders talking about climate change has seemed like a waste of time for the last 20 years. I fear nothing's going to happen until we reach the catastrophe stage. And of course, that's going to be pretty goddamn useless for millions of the most vulnerable people in the world. Feels like nothing will happen until millions of people die and various governments are machine gunning refugees at their border. I know, it's bleak and defeatist on my part, but that's just kind of how I feel. Dr. Abigail, it was your internet that pooped its pants. See, I'm always worrying. Oh, nice, Mega Leech. Finished with your brew. You had a good run of Grounded. Oh, and so yes, okay. So if you're there now, Mega Leech, I had a funny story about the audiobook of the first book of The Expanse. Was that Leviathan Wakes? If you're with us now and ready to do it, this is now that I've remembered it, it's a thing I wanted to share with you. Oh, all right. Dr. Abigail's giving it another go. Okay.
Back.
Okay.
My internet has returned.
All right. So the funny story, at least thing that I find mildly humorous, listening to audiobooks, I've just started with the first book of the Expanse series. The writer's name is James A. Corey. Now, when I'm in the car, the app that's on the car, there's a little screen and it tells you what you're listening to or whatever. And like when you're listening to music, it tries to put a picture. So if it recognizes the artist, it will put its default picture of the artist or that album on the screen. And for some music genres, it puts a generic image like, this is rock, here's a rock image. And it does the same for audiobooks. And so I'm in the car and I'm playing Leviathan Wakes by James A. Corey. The picture that it's gone for is Jim Carrey, which I just find really funny. The machine has gotten a little confused with James Corey and the comedian actor Jim Carrey. So when I'm listening to it in the car, there's a little picture of Jim Carrey on the screen. So that's it. It's not hugely slap your gut funny, but I just find it.
That's amusing.
Funny.
That's mildly amusing.
Mildly amusing.
Yes.
I should submit it. To r/mildly amusing.
Yes.
Oh, this is a slightly old photo of me. I think it's more than 10 years old. So, and I wasn't as bad. It's just, I was actually pretty drunk and I was talking and Corey took this picture with a flash because he knew the way my face was going. If he used a flash, he'd get me in some weird expression, and he sure did. So
I'm actually going to take this opportunity to head off, I think.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea because I didn't want to be up all night tonight either. I just thought I'd take the opportunity to come on. So I'll probably be doing a stream tomorrow night as well, just a normal stream tomorrow night. If AIDS is feeling better, he might join us because I messaged him tonight and he said if he saves up some spoons, he'll come on and say hello. But the rest of you, I'll say bye-bye and see you another time. Bye for now.